Got it. Okay. Hi, Carissa.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Am I
And
super loud as usual?
a little loud. Yeah, let me go turn you down. I'm gonna pick
Mhm.
you.
Hello.
Hey, Jason.
There we go.
Happy Monday.
Yes, happy Monday. I know that we're going to be a couple people light. I just saw Beth and one of the other faculty members. They're meeting with someone today. We crossed paths on the way over, and I said, "You guys are skipping out today?" Well, they were showing someone around, so
Yeah, that's like 2 minutes. So.
okay.
Maybe they'll bring them with them.
They were heading up the hill as I was heading down the hill, so I doubt they'll be able to make it, but who knows?
Who knows? Oh. We've had a little rain up here this morning. How about you all there? How are the skies?
Today, beautiful, clear, yeah, very clear.
You're predicting rain is coming Friday.
Yeah, they're supposed.
But now they're not predicting it anymore.
Yeah, there was supposed to be rain in the forecast for this Friday, but now it's not. So I should have been a weather person because you could be wrong all the time and still have a job.
Like, well, it might do this or it might do something else.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's a good quality to cultivate in life in general. It might go this way. It usually goes like this, but then again, it might not.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even forgot all about, I didn't forget, but the time change. Normally I mention stuff about the time in my and I forgot to send out the email to you too. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But I normally send out something about the time change, make sure everybody knows what's going on, and completely forgot. I've got other things running through the mind right now.
I'm sure there's a lot going on for folks. And, you know,
Yes.
these days, you know, pretty much every, you know, folks with cell phones, like the time change happens and we don't have to actually go around setting clocks or watches or things.
Right. Speaking of that, I gotta change my watch.
Mhm.
Okay. So we'll
yeah,
turn
me
it
too.
around here.
Lovely.
Can you see?
Like going up, up, up. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Hello. Wonderful. Is anybody here for the first time or that wants
One
to
person in the
raise your
back.
hand? One person in the back. Okay, great. Welcome. Glad you're here. Glad everybody is here, but a special welcome to those for whom this is your first time.
Okay. You want to go ahead and do?
Sure. So, welcome to the planetarium. Welcome back for most of you. At this point, I would love it if you have your smartphone with you, if you just want to put that to silent so that everyone can enjoy the quiet. But as an introduction to the planetarium, I'm going to start the sky at sunset for the duration of the mindful practice, and then half an hour later, the sun will rise and the light levels will come back up. But what you are going to see overhead are the actual stars that are up there tonight. So it will be astronomically accurate. You probably won't see all of the stars because LA has quite a bit of light pollution, but what you will see will be true to life. In order for you to be more comfortable for viewing the dome, I am going to recline the seat for you. And I'm going to head to the back and get things started.
So thank you very much, Jenny. I'd like to, most of you already know, Carissa Selman is a certified mindfulness facilitator. She will lead us through this exercise. Go ahead, Carissa. It is all yours. Thank you very much.
Okay, great. Thanks, Jason and Jenny. And hello, everyone. either those who are here in the planetarium right now or those watching later on Zoom. Welcome. For those of you who are new, usually what happens is we kind of do a little bit of a settling in and arriving practice. I will talk for a little while, and then I will talk a little less, and then a little less, and then we'll be in silence together for a while. And you may hear me make a suggestion here and there. And then as the sunrise starts to happen, we will also return to our usual awareness of the external experience. So please know that all of my prompts and are just suggestions. If you find something doesn't work for you, please feel free to just ignore it, let it go. You are completely in control of this practice yourself. And I am just here as a guide offering suggestions for a way to proceed. So, and know also that while this is a practice in which we are inviting in stillness, this is not something where you need to be completely frozen. In fact, I encourage you to make at any point during our practice, if you need to shift or adjust, wiggle or shrug, or just to be even 2% more comfortable, please feel free to do that. This is not a practice where we are clamping down, but rather we are opening and inviting in some spaciousness, relaxation, and cultivating stillness and ease. So with that, I invite you to first just take 3 long, slow, deep breaths at whatever pace and rhythm that is for you. You might just notice how shallow the breath may have been before. So we're just saying hello to the breath in the body, to the full range of breathing. Usually I suggest breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, maybe with a sigh. Sometimes a yawn will come along. But whatever is accessible for you, we're just saying hello to the breath in the body, noticing. Noticing how the breath is today. And once you've done that, simply allow the breath to return to its natural pace and rhythm. We're not going to try to control the breath in any particular way. Just allow it to come and go. And I also invite you to have a sense of your exterior experience. If your eyes are open, you can keep them open. If you'd like to close them, that works too. If you're in the planetarium, you might be looking up at the stars. If you're watching this later at home or at your desk, I suggest a soft downward gaze, about a 45-degree angle with no particular focus. But noticing the exterior experience, your sense of the room that you're in, its temperature, whether there's any kind of airflow or breeze that you can sense. Perhaps you hear sounds inside or outside of the room. And we're just orienting the body to the present moment experience, where you are in space and time. A definition of mindfulness that I like to use is that it is a practice of paying attention to the present moment experience with an attitude of curiosity, openness, and a willingness to be with things just as they are. If we can hold that curiosity in particular, I feel like is very helpful. This openness and curiosity. Just what is happening right now? Without any need to change, adjust, fix, do anything. And once you've sensed into your exterior experience, I invite you to turn your attention inwards. What is the quality of mind in the moment? Maybe there are emotions present. Perhaps you have concerns or just thoughts about what might happen later, how this meditation is going to go. All of these are welcome. We can hold all of this with an open-hearted, curious quality, not pushing anything away, and also not clamping on to anything, grabbing it tightly. Given that it's November, it's a month where many people talk about gratitude, and gratitude or appreciation is a wonderful way to practice mindfulness in day-to-day life. And I think we could insert a little bit of that today in our practice together. Simply appreciating the space that we're in, noticing the support of the chair or cushion beneath us. Appreciation for all who made this practice time available and this space available. Perhaps especially a sense of appreciation for yourself. A little bit of gratitude for having carved out this time in your day to simply be present, to offer yourself some stillness and quiet that is so nourishing for the body and mind. When we talk about paying attention, even just that phrase, paying, it is something of great value. So to offer yourself and your experience in the moment, to offer it your attention is to give something so valuable. So simply appreciating our ability to do that. And if you can, to receive that appreciation as well. You might not feel it all at once. Someone once recently said to me that the practice of gratitude is not like a gumball machine. You don't just put in a quarter and get back a good feeling, you know. You don't just, you're not guaranteed, I would say, immediate sense of happiness from a gratitude practice. Sometimes it comes, but I usually suggest thinking of it as a practice of cultivating, of orienting the mind towards something that is wholesome and beneficial. And always holding that attitude of curiosity and openness to just see what happens when we do practice, appreciating, offering gratitude. So in a classical mindfulness practice, we generally offer the mind an anchor, like a boat has an anchor to keep it from drifting away. We offer the mind a resting place, an anchor, something in particular to pay attention to. And I usually suggest the breath, because it is always with us in our body in some form or another, as long as we're alive. So it's definitely portable. You might notice just right now, is your breathing any different than it was when you first sat down? You could get curious about where you notice the breath the most. How do you know that you're breathing? Is it the rise and fall of your belly? Noticing the rib cage expanding, contracting in your torso. You sense it more up in the throat, the mouth or the nose. Where is the sensation of breathing most clear and available to you? And when you find that place, invite the mind to pay even closer attention to the fine details of breath. Where you're noticing it in the body, whether the inhale is long or short, is the breath fast or slow, deep or shallow, choppy or smooth. Offering an anchor like this to the mind, something to get really curious about, can help bring this calm and stillness, this little bit of concentration on a very ordinary thing that we normally pay no attention to. It just happens. And if some point you notice that the mind has wandered and you're thinking about something else, you can label it, oh, thinking. And you can also offer some appreciation to yourself for having noticed that you were thinking. And so rather than being unhappy about having wandered or noticing that the mind wandered, which is normal, but see if you can continue to hold that attitude of curiosity and openness and shift toward gratitude of, oh, look, I noticed I was thinking. Now I'm going to return to attention to the breath. And you may have to do this many times. And that is really the practice. So gentle, with kindness and appreciation, returning to the present moment experience. Cultivating the ability to stay present with just what is. And as we come to the last few minutes of our time together, I invite you to let go of the anchor, to widen your attention to the room around you. Wiggling your fingers and toes. And perhaps, if it feels right, placing one hand over your heart and the other hand over that. And take another 2 or 3 long, slow, deep breaths. And as you do, focus on the word thank you, or gratitude, or appreciate. Some way of inviting that in. That sense of appreciation to yourself for showing up for yourself, and then extending that out to everyone who has made this possible today. And may you carry that sense of appreciation, gratitude, even curiosity as you look for things to actively appreciate in your day. May you carry that with you, and may that be beneficial for both you and everyone that you meet. Thank you so much for being here today.
Excuse me. Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you all for attending. We will once again be doing this next week. So we hope to see you here. Carissa, once again, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And we will see you next week. Have a
Sounds
great day.
good. Thank you. You as well.
Will do.